King County housing groups are not confident they're going to be able to fill the thousands of applications in the next 9 days. That is why many of these housing groups are once again calling on Governor Inslee to extend the eviction moratorium for a sixth time. With only days before the eviction moratorium expires, the need for rental assistance remains extremely high in King County. Out of the almost 19,000 households that have applied, the county has connected with roughly 1/3.
It's a little slower than people would have hoped.
Mike Buckman is with Solid Ground, one of the housing groups distributing the county's funds.
Everybody wishes it were faster, and the system's working as fast as it can, and they're looking for ways to improve it.
The county has distributed just over $34 million, only 10% of the $340 million from the federal government, much of which the county has had since late winter, which is why housing groups say the funds aren't getting to people fast enough. Buckman believes the county is making improvements, however.
You know, the whole process since the money was granted by the federal government is a new process.
This month, the county has added 10 new staff members to the rental assistance team and finished negotiating a new $24 million contract to help tenants brought into the eviction process before they could receive assistance. However, U.S. Census data estimates there could be tens of thousands of people in King County behind on rent who haven't yet applied.
It's not well enough known, you know, for folks who are in trouble, how they find the money, how they get applications in, how they get in line for the resources.
It's one reason housing groups like Solid Ground are hoping for another extension.
Facing that deadline is an incredibly stressful experience for people. We've been through that a couple of times now, and stress is not good for people's health. It's not good for people's mental health. On top of everything else people are dealing with the pandemic, please, Governor Inslee, extend.
That census data estimates there could be upwards of 60,000 people in the area who are behind on those household payments. The governor's office would not confirm whether or not we're going to see another extension in the eviction moratorium. However, they did say Governor Inslee plans to have a press conference this week. In Seattle, Callie Greenberg, King 5 News.
Thank you. And while the extension in Seattle and Burien keeps tenants in their homes, some property owners say it is a financial blow.
This is our sole income. This is how we eat. They're making us operate with our hands tied. I mean, we're literally with handcuffs begging for the rent to be paid so that we can meet our obligations.
Dana Frank owns properties throughout Seattle's Central District. She says she has compassion for renters, but it's been financially difficult for her family. The Seattle moratorium extension also covers business owners and nonprofits who have fewer than 50 employees. It frees those groups from eviction and late fees.
Now, part of today's announcement was also an extension of Seattle's utility discount program. It will now last until the end of October. Mayor Durkin says utilities will also hold off on shutting off service to customers through January 15th, which lines up with the new eviction moratorium extension.